So a lot of you have been asking me hundreds of questions about my pregnancy because I just pretty much dropped the news that I'm pregnant, that I've moved to Texas, that I bought a new house, that I'm furnishing my house. It's been so much. It's been a whole lot going on these past few months. But before I can really give you the details on this pregnancy, let me just give you a little bit of details on me. Hey loves, it's Lavishly Britt. If you're new here, my name is Brittany. You can call me Britt, but I'm a 29-year-old mom, wife, friend.
Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop.
This is my second pregnancy, and to keep the story real simple, it's been much different than the first. The first big difference in my pregnancy is it's a pandemic, and I'm gonna tell y'all this, it has been real being pregnant during COVID. Like, this is gonna be going down in the history. Getting care during this pregnancy has been one of the hardest things to do. You also say a prayer for me. I hope this coronavirus don't attack me while I'm pregnant in this hospital. This is not going well so far. The little nurse got an attitude. Talking about why you got a mask on. Precautions. Update. This hospital really got me messed up. I know what's going on in the world. Do you think I want to be here? I don't want to be here. I'm only here because the nurse line told me to come here. Getting care during COVID-19 has been one of the toughest challenges because a lot of doctors' offices closed down. They started doing virtual appointments. I'm currently, hear me out, 26 weeks pregnant, right? And I've yet to find an official caregiver. Like, I'm under no OBGYN, no midwife, no doula care as of yet.
What?
I do think, however, that I found somebody, but COVID has made this process so difficult on top of moving that just getting seen and going to the hospital has been a hassle. I mean, totally chaotic. Before we dive into cravings that I'm having that are similar and different this pregnancy, let me put you on to a little shine. Like, you're gonna thank me for this one. I don't know about you, but if you're like one of those people that love that crunchy ice, you need to hit up Sonic and grab you a bag of ice. It's about the same price you're gonna pay for a bag of ice out of the grocery store. But let's be real, Sonic ice is better. It's like $2.25 for a big bag. Just trying to put y'all on, sis. Just trying to put y'all on. I would say my first pregnancy, I dealt with a lot of cravings. This time around, my cravings have been way more simple and not as often. Now, with my pregnancy with Noelle, I craved watermelon every single day. And just a fun fact, a lot of people thought Noelle was gonna hate watermelon. She loves it just as much as I do. This pregnancy, at the beginning, I did crave, not necessarily just watermelon, but fruit in general. Like, I ate fruit so much. But this pregnancy, one thing that I did crave, some peanut butter, banana, and honey on some honey wheat bread. Sis, I'm telling you, if you've never tried it, don't knock it until you try it, because that is a bomb.com, okay? Those were my two top cravings, especially my first trimester of my pregnancy. Now, moving on towards the end of my first trimester into my second trimester, my thing, give me a large Bojangles fries with some ketchup. Oh, just talking about it right now got me so jealous. If you in North Carolina, don't tell me, okay? Don't tell me you going to get some fries after watching this video, because that ain't right. You don't do a pregnant lady like that, okay? Usually for my cravings, I just try to make them a snack option, especially if they aren't that healthy for you. But what's the most important thing to have while you're pregnant? Water. Water is your friend. You know, I got family members that like to pick on me and call me bougie because I go spend $2 on a water bottle. But hey, I like this water. It tastes good. Don't tell me water ain't got no taste, because you lying. Water got a taste. It's like it don't got a taste, but it got a taste, because you can tell the difference between good water and bad water. Like, don't give me no tap water, sis. I ain't drinking it. But my oatmeal, y'all, hitting. I think this go around I've been a lot healthier. I think it shows because around this time, my last pregnancy, my face was blowing up, sis. I mean, swelling out of the woodworks. So with my first pregnancy, I ended up dealing with severe pre-eclampsia, which ended up having me induce terrible labor. But this go around, I'm not dealing with that, and I'm so happy because I am taking my blood pressure daily. Well, I try my best. So while we're on the topic of my pregnancies and the differences in them, because as of yet you don't know what gender my baby is, and I'm not going to tell you in this video, so just stay tuned, subscribe, join the family. I don't know why you ain't hit subscribe yet. I would have hit subscribe. I'm just saying. From this one to the last one, I feel much healthier. Like, there were things that I dealt with in this pregnancy early on that did scare me that I didn't deal with in my first pregnancy, but I think it might have just been stress and other things that played a big part into it. Like my first one, yeah, I was a little nervous. I was a little scared. I was first time mom. I'm like, never been pregnant before, so everything was a very new experience. Versus this go round for me, they haven't been necessarily new experiences. The one thing I will say that up front was very alarming to me is I had a lot, and I mean a lot, of body pain. But let me tell you at least what I think why. Your girl got hips now. Skinny who? Skinny who? Early on in my pregnancy, my body started to spread, and I know your body releases some hormones and stuff that prepares your body to give birth. And I think what was happening with me was that my body was widening up, like versus last time when I was pregnant. My body stature didn't change much. I just literally had a big old stomach. And then about 26 weeks plus is when I started swelling up really crazy. But sis, this time I got some hips. Now I pray they stay. Okay, I hope when this baby come through, you know, maybe give me a little half-inch more. But y'all, I ain't gonna show you that because I got a husband and I ain't trying to do him like that. But the girl got a butt now. Okay, like I'm feeling out like I'm that girl that finally grew up. My boobs are huge. Okay, because I'm part of the itty bitty committee. My last pregnancy, my boobs blew up as well. And breastfeeding took them things away. Baby girl, she slurped them things up. Okay, like left me with nothing but nipples. I was at a military base at the time when I found out I was pregnant. My husband was still active duty. And I took a pregnancy test at home. Took quite a few of them, to be honest. Y'all would know that if y'all watched the video. So after that, what you have to do is go like fill out all this paperwork and take a pregnancy test at the hospital. So they just collect your urine. And if you're pregnant, they usually call you back pretty darn fast. Like I think they say within 24 hours, but it's usually like within an hour or two. My phone rang, I got the call, I'm pregnant. And my concern was that usually, at least on the military base, they don't see you until like 10 weeks. But I knew around that 10-week mark, based off my last menstrual cycle, I ain't gonna be here, sis. So I didn't want to be traveling to a different state. During COVID, I was like, yeah, can I be seen early? And at that point, I thought I was being seen at like 7 weeks. So when I went to my first ultrasound, y'all, I didn't hear a heartbeat. I was scared. And the ultrasound photo, like there was, what was it? I want you to tell me if you see it. It looks like a piece of rice. This first one. What is there to see, sis? What? You can't see anything. You don't know what this is. Like I sent this to my mom and my mother-in-law was like, yeah, I'm pregnant and this is what the baby looked like. What you think we have? While my cycle was telling me I was like 7 weeks and like 5 days, I only was measuring, and mind you, they measuring something that looks like the size of a rice, 5 weeks and 1 day. So they ended up pushing my due date back. And now it's October 30th. Literally, that was the only time I was seen. Mind you, I'm 5 weeks, right? I wasn't seen again until I was 15 weeks and 3 days when I went to get this ultrasound. And this ultrasound happened in North Carolina. Y'all, the struggle has been real. I've been seen since I was pregnant by an OB twice. I am 26 weeks and 2 days pregnant. Good morning, baby girl. Hi. Why are you always so hyped? Noelle, let's eat. that's how my care has been going this entire pregnancy. Not really much to it. I did get like some blood work done when I was in North Carolina during that visit. So I found out that I was anemic, and severely more anemic this go round than I was the first one. For me, my iron levels definitely show in my energy level. Matter of fact, let me just show you my stash of pills. All of this. Okay, I'm taking all of this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, including my prenatals because I ain't have no more room on my arm. 7 things I have to remember to take daily this pregnancy versus my last pregnancy. I think the only thing I really took was my prenatals and an iron pill. A lot of this stuff is stuff to help my body prevent from going and having preeclampsia, just keeping me healthy, you know, supplementing my diet because your diet is a big thing. So one of the other big questions you all seem to have for me during this pregnancy was my pregnancy symptoms. Now for me, pretty much up until the point that I found out I was pregnant, which would have been around that 2-3 week mark, I didn't have many symptoms, if any at all. Like they really didn't start hitting me until shortly after. The only symptoms I would say I had early on that kind of let me know that I might have been pregnant, but I wasn't sure. When it was time for my period to come on, I would always get really moody, really tired, and my breast would get sore. And I had been tricked for the last 12+ months of thinking I was pregnant when that would happen. And then my period would come on 2 or 3 days after that, and I'd be like, you again. It was quite strange this go around versus my last pregnancy. Y'all, my boob blew up. I knew I was pregnant before I took that pregnancy test last go around. This time I was like, nah, I ain't pregnant. Peed on the stick and it said pregnant. I said, I ain't pregnant. But here I am, 26 weeks in, flourishing. I can't even tell you how many times I've like cried and had like anxiety over the thoughts of trying to figure out my birth plan, because I honestly am not trying to be up in nobody's hospital. But my family history and my personal history is kind of a risk, if I'm being honest. And I'm just trying to weigh my options and figure that out. I have been extremely stressed, and so much anxiety has been revolving around this decision. And as I'm approaching these later weeks and months of my pregnancy, like I lose sleep over it. I think about it a lot. It's a very big decision that I have to make on this whole, how do I want my birth to go? I'm going to the doctor this coming up week, to be in somebody's official care. It's like my worst case scenario. I'm paying out of pocket, and I'm okay with that, because to me, the money means nothing. Having that proper care means everything to me. But if you can get care with somebody that you feel is well equipped to take care of you and your needs, because y'all know I had a C-section. I had an emergency C-section with Noel, and in short English, I want a totally different birth story this time. I want a different experience, and I'm doing everything in my power that I can to give myself that experience that I feel like I deserve. One thing I'm not going to do this go around that I did with my pregnancy with Noel was that I was like on this whole, I need to have the nursery done before I give birth. Look, I just moved into a brand new house with no furniture. I'm trying to furnish as much of it as I can before the baby gets here. And if I'm being real and being an experienced mom, I know it's not a necessity to have that nursery fully furnished and so cute and polished beforehand, because the baby's gonna sleep with me. It's one of the more so heavy topics of discussion that you all are really curious about, which I'm not faulting anybody for asking this question, because it's a valid question. It's a valid fear, and it's, am I fearful of giving birth as a Black woman? And to simply put it, yes, but I can't let that fear overpower me, and that's kind of what I'm currently working through. I'm in the process of working through my fear of giving birth, because again, I could have easily been one of those statistics last time, and I'm pretty sure I came pretty close to it. I don't even think my vlogs from back then really even document and show how scary that process was, but reflecting on it, it was extremely scary for not only me, my husband, my family. I don't want to become one of those statistics, so I'm doing my research, and I'm trying to be on top of my health and making sure I can find a midwife or an OB or a doula, whoever I decide to go with, that can provide the proper care that I need, because that proper care means my life. And I will advocate for every pregnant mama to do your research, talk to other moms, but do your own research. Obtain as much information as you can, because knowledge is power. Okay, the more you know, know, the better off you will be. And especially as a first-time mom, and I'm speaking from a reflection standpoint, I don't think I did enough. I don't think I knew enough going into my pregnancy, especially going into labor, because I think if I knew more, the outcome would have been different. I would have had more of a voice. So do your research, but don't allow that research to make you more fearful than the process already is. It's scary to give birth, but it is a blessing too. It's a blessing to be pregnant, because you got to think of how many women are attempting to get pregnant that can't. Forget about it. Love on yourself, love on your family, get you a support team. It means the world. And if you don't, be your own cheerleader. You're not having a baby shower because, for one, we moved to Texas and I have no friends here. I know nobody here. And to be honest, I am totally unprepared as of now at 26 weeks and 2 days. I don't have anything for this baby. Like, I have yet to buy this baby anything. I mean, a pacifier, a pack of diapers, one piece of clothing article. I haven't even made a registry yet, but I'm gonna get on it. And for me, buying stuff is not a priority. You know, I'm telling myself the thing that the baby needs is me. The thing that the baby needs is for mommy to be present. The thing the baby needs is for mama's love. And that's all I'm focused on doing, is taking care of myself, taking care of my family, so I can take care of this baby growing inside of me, loving on myself so my baby feels the love as well. And that's really been my focus. Pregnancy is a journey. I can be one of those moms that can attest to every pregnancy is different, because this one has been totally different from Noelle's pregnancy. I want this to go much more smoothly. Like, I pray about that daily. Like, if you have any more questions, go ahead and drop those down below in the comment section. And as always, remember, you're popping, you're beautiful, and I love you. Bye.